Imagine a penny that looks exactly like the ones in your pocket, yet it holds a value that reaches into the millions of dollars. What makes a humble copper coin rise from ordinary spare change to an astronomically valuable treasure that collectors will fight to own? Join me as we reveal the secret life of these unassuming pennies, uncovering the hidden stories, the rare mistakes, and the incredible circumstances that transformed everyday coins into legendary artifacts sought by elite collectors. Number 1. Welcome back to HD Coins World. Today I will show you the hidden truth inside the 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark, a coin that seems completely ordinary at first glance but hides a mystery that only a few collectors have ever discovered. I want you to imagine holding a simple brown penny in your hand, a penny that millions of people spent without thinking twice, yet a few rare survivors from this very year have shocked experts with their beauty, rarity, and unexpected value. Stay with me for the next 20 seconds, because this coin has a hidden secret that has turned quiet pocket change into serious money for lucky collectors across the United States. The story of the 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny begins at the Philadelphia Mint, where millions of pennies were produced to support the booming post-war American economy. Life was changing rapidly in 1950, and these pennies flowed across barbershops, diners, hardware stores, and family-owned businesses from coast to coast. Because most of these coins were used heavily, the vast majority became scratched, worn, and dull long before anyone thought about collecting them. That heavy circulation is the reason the survivors in superior condition are extremely difficult to find today. The classic design by Victor David Brenner remained unchanged, with Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing American strength and growth. But what makes this coin truly special is not the design itself, but the incredible rarity of flawless red examples that have kept their original mint-fresh shine after more than 7 decades. Copper from this era tones quickly, which means that only a small number survived without turning brown or spotted, and those few bright red examples are the ones that shocked advanced collectors with their powerful eye appeal. Collectors who study this date know that the difference between a regular 1950 penny and an ultra-high-grade treasure is massive. A tiny scratch, a small mark, or a dull surface can lower the grade instantly, but the nearly perfect coins with glowing red luster, sharp devices, and clean fields become extremely valuable. When certified by a top grading service, these elite survivors show why the 1950 no-mint mark penny quietly became one of the strongest mid-century sleepers in the entire wheat penny series. The biggest moment for this date came when the finest known example of the 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny was sold at heritage auctions for $28,750. A number that stunned collectors because no one expected such a high price for a common-looking penny from the 1950s. This is the highest verified auction price ever recorded for this coin, and it instantly elevated the 1950 no-mint mark penny into the list of valuable modern wheat pennies that collectors should never ignore, based on current market strength and collector demand. Experts believe that an extreme high-grade discovery with perfect visual appeal could reach an estimated value of $35,000 if it appeared in a major auction today. This is an extreme estimate, but many specialists agree that the right coin with flawless red brilliance would attract serious bidding competition. Rare errors also add excitement to this year, because clipped planchets, dramatic off-center strikes, and strong doubled dies are very desirable when found on 1950 Philadelphia pennies. A major error with excellent eye appeal can reach an estimated value of $8,000, especially when certified by a respected grading service. These errors are not common, which makes them valuable targets for collectors who check old pennies carefully. If you have a 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark, this is the perfect moment to examine it under strong light and check the color, luster, and strike quality. Look for any signs of red brilliance, die doubling, or unusual planchet shapes, because your coin could be hiding far more value than you expect. Many treasures from 1950 have been found in old jars, inherited boxes, and coin rolls that were saved for decades without anyone realizing what was inside. Thank you for watching HD Coins World. Comment the year and mint mark of your wheat penny so I can help you discover the hidden treasure waiting inside your collection. Number 2. Today I will reveal the hidden truth behind the 1944 wheat penny with the D mint mark, a coin that millions of Americans handled during World War II without realizing that a few rare survivors from this year would one day shock advanced collectors across the United States. I want you to imagine holding a small copper coin from wartime America, a coin that looks simple and ordinary, yet inside a tiny number of these Denver minted pennies there is a powerful secret that has created unbelievable excitement in the world of rare coins. Stay with me for the next 20 seconds, because this coin is far more mysterious and far more valuable than most collectors ever expected. The story of the 1944 D wheat penny begins during one of the most intense periods in American history. After producing the famous steel pennies in 1943, the United States Mint returned to copper in 1944 and used recycled ammunition shell casings from the war effort to strike these coins. This means every genuine copper penny from this year holds a piece of American wartime history, created from metal that once served soldiers in battle. Millions were made at the Denver Mint, but almost all entered circulation and became scratched, worn, or damaged long before collectors paid attention to them. Although the design by Victor David Brenner stayed the same, the true rarity of the 1944 D wheat penny is found in its condition and its unusual error possibilities. Recycled copper aged inconsistently, and only a very small number of these Denver minted coins kept their bright original red color and sharp mint detail. These perfect survivors with glowing luster are the coins that stunned collectors and proved that 1944 D is far from ordinary when found in elite condition. Collectors know that the difference between a normal coin and a high-grade treasure is massive. A perfect 1944 D wheat penny must have clean fields, no distracting marks, no dull areas, and strong original brilliance. Because so few coins survive this way, top-graded examples have become extremely desirable, and this scarcity is exactly what gives the coin powerful market value when submitted to major grading services. The biggest surprise arrived when a superb gem 1944 D wheat penny sold at heritage auctions for an incredible $11,500. A price that shocked many collectors because of the high original mintage. This is the highest verified auction price ever recorded for the standard copper 1944 D wheat penny, and it proves how condition rarity can overpower mintage numbers and create real competition among advanced collectors. Based on modern market strength and rising interest in high-grade wheat pennies, experts believe an extreme high-grade discovery with even stronger red brilliance and flawless surfaces could reach an estimated value of $15,000 if it appeared in a major United States auction today. This is an extreme estimate, but many specialists agree that a perfect piece with extraordinary eye appeal could absolutely climb this high. The 1944 D wheat penny is also famous for one of the most dramatic mint errors in United States coinage history. A tiny number of 1944 D pennies were accidentally struck on leftover zinc-coated steel planchets from 1943, creating the legendary 1944 D steel penny. Certified examples of this shocking error have reached up to $45,600, making it one of the most valuable wartime penny errors ever recorded. Even minor errors from this year, such as off-center strikes or clipped planchets, can reach estimated values up to $6,000 when found in high grade. If you own a 1944 D wheat penny, this is the perfect moment to study it under strong light and check its color, luster, and any unusual mint characteristics. Look for bright red surfaces, clean fields, sharp details, and any sign of an error planchet, because a real treasure could be hiding inside your collection or pocket change without you knowing it. Comment the year and mint mark of your wheat penny so I can help you identify your rarest and most valuable coins. Number 3. The 1936 wheat penny with no mint mark is one of the most interesting early Lincoln cents, because even though millions were made during the Great Depression era, only a very small number survived in the kind of breathtaking condition that collectors chase today. At first glance, it looks like a simple brown penny that has been sitting in drawers and boxes for generations, but a rare group of extraordinary survivors from this year has shocked collectors with stunning brilliance and powerful auction prices. Stay with me for the next 20 seconds, because the truth behind the 1936 wheat penny is filled with history, hidden rarity, and one of the most exciting double die errors ever produced by the United States Mint. To understand the value of this penny, we must travel back to 1936, a time when America was rebuilding from the economic struggles of the Great Depression. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 300 million pennies this year, and almost all of them entered daily circulation where they were used, worn down, rubbed in pockets, and handled by millions of people. Because of this heavy use, most 1936 pennies ended up scratched, discolored, or heavily worn, leaving only a very small number in brilliant original condition. The design by Victor David Brenner remained iconic, with Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat stalks on the reverse. But collectors do not focus on the design when it comes to value for this year. The real treasure comes from finding a coin with perfect red color, flawless surfaces, and razor-sharp details, because copper from the 1930s toned very quickly and very unevenly. Only a handful of coins were preserved properly in their original mint state brilliance, and these are the coins that created incredible excitement when they appeared at major United States auctions. Now let us talk about the highest verified auction price ever recorded for the standard copper 1936 wheat penny with no mint mark. The finest known example sold for an astonishing $31,625 at Heritage Auctions, a price that stunned many collectors because this date is traditionally considered common in low grades. This record-setting sale proved once again that with early wheat pennies, condition rarity is the true key to value, not the original mintage numbers. Based on market strength and modern collector demand, experts believe that a newly discovered flawless red example with even stronger brilliance and clearer strike quality could reach an estimated extreme value of $40,000 if it appeared at auction today. High-grade early wheat pennies attract powerful competition, and the right visual appearance can push prices higher than expected. Now, the 1936 wheat penny is also famous for one of the most dramatic double die errors in the entire Lincoln series. The 1936 double die obverse shows strong doubling across the date, the word Liberty, and the motto In God We Trust. This error is extremely rare, especially in high grade, and collectors actively search rolls and collections hoping to find one. A superb example of the 1936 double die has reached an estimated value of $45,000, depending on grade, strike, and eye appeal. Even moderate examples can reach several thousands of dollars when certified by a major grading company. Minor errors from this year, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks, can also bring strong value, with estimated prices up to $5,000 in top grade. These errors are not common, but they add exciting potential for viewers who check pennies carefully. If you own a 1936 wheat penny with no mint mark, examine it carefully under bright light. Look for full red color, clean fields, and strong details on Lincoln's beard, coat, and hair. If you see unusual doubling on the date or the motto, you may have the rare double die variety, which is far more valuable than the regular version. Many treasures from this year have been found in old jars, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes, which means your coin could be worth far more than you expect. Comment the year and mint mark of your wheat penny, and I will help you identify your rarest and most valuable coins. Number 4. The 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark may look like an ordinary mid-century Lincoln cent, but hidden among this massive Philadelphia mintage are a few coins that have stunned collectors with extraordinary beauty, powerful rarity, and one of the most dramatic double die errors in United States history. At first glance, it looks like the same brown penny that millions of Americans carried during the 1950s. But once you see what makes the rarest examples stand out, you will never look at a 1955 penny the same way again. Stay with me for the next 20 seconds, because the 1955 wheat penny holds a mystery that changed the entire world of Lincoln cent collecting. To understand why this year is so important, we must return to 1955, a time when the United States Mint was producing enormous quantities of coins for the growing post-war economy. The Philadelphia Mint created more than 300 million pennies that year, and almost all of them went directly into circulation where they became worn, scratched, and dull from years of heavy use. The copper alloy from the 1950s aged unpredictably, which means that only a very small number of coins kept their full red color and flawless surfaces after decades of storage. These few survivors are the reason the state carries surprising value today. Even though the design by Victor David Brenner remained unchanged, the true treasure of the 1955 wheat penny is its condition rarity and its connection to one of the most famous errors ever discovered. High-grade examples with blazing red luster are extremely difficult to find, because copper from this time period toned quickly and attracted marks easily. Most coins developed brown patina within only a few years, which makes the remaining brilliant red examples incredibly desirable among advanced collectors. Now let us talk about the highest verified auction price for the regular, non-era copper 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark. A stunning red example in top gem condition sold for an impressive $6,600 at heritage auctions, proving that even without the famous error, this date is capable of reaching strong prices when found in flawless condition. This record shocked many collectors who assumed that the regular version was common, but top-graded wheat pennies from the 1950s remain remarkably difficult to locate. Based on the current strength of the wheat penny market, experts believe that a newly discovered, perfect red example with even stronger brilliance and exceptional strike quality could reach an estimated extreme value of $8,000 if it appeared at a major United States auction. Registry collectors continue to push prices for the highest graded mid-century Lincoln cents, and the 1955 no-mint mark penny is no exception. But now we come to the part that made the 1955 wheat penny legendary in American coin history. A dramatic double die obverse error was created when the working die was misaligned during hubbing, causing the date and lettering to appear heavily doubled. This mistake was so strong that the doubling can be seen with the naked eye, and the 1955 doubled die became one of the most famous and most valuable errors ever produced by the United States Mint. This variety is extremely rare, especially in high grade, and collectors around the world search for it with intense excitement. The highest verified auction price for the 1955 double die wheat penny reached an astonishing $114,000 at a major United States auction, making it one of the most valuable mid-century coins ever sold. Even lower-grade examples bring impressive amounts, but the flawless pieces have commanded true collector attention for decades. Other errors from this year, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, and clipped planchets, can also reach strong values, with rare high-grade examples estimated at up to $5,000 depending on severity and eye appeal. The 1955 year is extremely popular among era collectors, which increases the excitement for viewers checking their coins carefully. If you own a 1955 wheat penny with no mint mark, examine it closely under bright light. Look for full red color, strong details, and 100% clarity on Lincoln's portrait. Most importantly, study the date and the words Liberty and In God We Trust to check for the famous doubled die, because that variety is one of the greatest discoveries a collector can make in circulation. Many people have found valuable examples in old jars, inherited boxes, and forgotten coin rolls, which means your treasure may be waiting for you right now. Comment the year and mint mark of your wheat penny so I can help you identify your rarest and most valuable coins. Number 5. The 1944 wheat penny with no mint mark is one of the most misunderstood coins in the entire Lincoln series, because most people believe it is common, yet a few rare versions have reached shocking prices that very few collectors expect. Before anything else, let me begin with the highest verified price ever recorded for this year, because it is one of the most powerful surprises in the entire wheat penny market. The rare steel version of the 1944 no-mint mark wheat penny reached an unbelievable $180,000 at auction, making it one of the most valuable era pennies in the history of the United States Mint. This price has shocked collectors for decades and remains the strongest number connected to the 1944 Philadelphia Mint year. Now let us focus on the regular copper version of the 1944 wheat penny with no mint mark, because this was the standard coin struck by the Philadelphia Mint during World War II. Millions were produced using recycled wartime ammunition shell casings, but almost every one of these pennies entered heavy circulation, resulting in scratches, dull surfaces, and worn details. Only a very small number survived in flawless red condition, and these coins are the ones that shocked collectors when preserved for decades without damage. The highest verified auction price for the regular copper 1944 wheat penny with no mint mark reached $9,980 at heritage auctions, proving that even common dates can become powerful treasures when found in perfect mint state red condition. This record shows that condition rarity is everything, and only a tiny fraction of 1944 pennies survived in the elite grades required to reach these high prices. Based on today's market and rising national interest in wartime copper coins, experts believe that a newly discovered, fully brilliant, flawless red example could push into an estimated extreme high value of $12,000 if it appeared at a major United States auction. Strong eye appeal, bold detail, and zero contact marks all play a major role in pushing these coins to the top of the market. Now let us return to the most dramatic story connected to this year, because the 1944 no mint mark wheat penny is also famous for one of the rarest mistake coins ever created by the United States Mint. A small number of 1944 pennies were accidentally struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943, creating the legendary 1944 no mint mark steel penny. This error is so rare that only a handful exist, and collectors continue to search for them with incredible excitement. A steel penny from 1944 looks completely different from a copper penny. Copper coins are warm brown or red in color, heavy for their size, and completely non-magnetic. The rare steel penny, however, is silver gray, much lighter, and fully magnetic due to its steel core with a thin zinc coating. This simple magnet test is the easiest way to check your coin, and if your penny sticks to a magnet, you may be holding one of the rarest wheat pennies ever created. The highest verified auction price for the 1944 no mint mark steel penny reached $180,000, and experts believe an even sharper, more visually perfect example could reach an estimated extreme value of $200,000, making it one of the ultimate finds in American pocket change. History. Meanwhile, other errors from 1944, such as clipped planchets, off-center strikes, and strong die cracks, can also reach estimated values up to $5,000 when found in high grade. These errors add exciting possibilities for collectors who check their pennies carefully under bright light. If you have a 1944 wheat penny with no mint mark, take your time and examine it with care. Look at the color, check the sharpness of Lincoln's coat, search for original red brilliance, and always test unusual-looking coins with a magnet to rule out the rare steel planchet. Many collectors have discovered valuable examples in old family coin jars, inherited boxes, and forgotten rolls, which means a treasure could be waiting in your home right now. Comment your wheat penny's year and mint mark so I can help you identify your rarest and most valuable coins. Number 6. The 1941 D wheat penny is one of the most interesting early wartime coins in the entire Lincoln series, and many collectors are surprised to learn how much history and hidden value this simple Denver penny carries. At first glance, it looks like the same brown wheat penny that millions of Americans used during the early 1940s, but when preserved in perfect condition, it becomes a powerful treasure that very few people have ever seen. Stay with me for the next 20 seconds, because the story behind this coin is filled with history, wartime metal, and rare minting mistakes that can shock collectors. To understand the importance of this penny, we must travel back to 1941, a year when the United States was preparing for a global conflict and the nation was rapidly increasing industrial production. The Denver Mint struck more than 45 million pennies to support the growing economy, and almost every one of those coins entered heavy circulation. These pennies passed through grocery counters, gas stations, and war-era factories, and most became scratched, dull, and worn within only a few years. The number of coins that survived in perfect red condition is extremely small, which is why this penny can become surprisingly valuable today. Even though the design by Victor David Brenner remained unchanged, the quality of the copper used in the early 1940s created unique challenges for preservation. Copper from this era toned quickly, absorbed environmental chemicals, and developed spots easily, which means that only a tiny portion of the original mintage kept its original glowing red shine. When collectors discover one of these brilliant, untouched survivors, it becomes an exciting moment because high-grade 1941D pennies are far rarer than most people imagine. Collectors also pay very close attention to strike quality on this year, because some Denver coins display exceptionally sharp details on Lincoln's hair, beard, and coat, while others appear soft or lightly struck. A strong strike combined with perfect mint luster and clean fields creates a truly elite coin, and these are the examples that attract national attention when they appear at major auctions. Condition, eye appeal, strike quality, and original color all decide the true value of the 1941D wheat penny. This year is also known for interesting and dramatic mint errors. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks are the most desirable errors from 1941D, and collectors enjoy searching for these mistakes because wartime minting was extremely fast, and quality control was not always consistent. When these errors appear in high grade, they can create incredible excitement for collectors who appreciate unusual coins from this period. Now let us reveal the real numbers that make this coin special, because the highest verified auction price ever recorded for a superb 1941D wheat penny reached $5,285 at heritage auctions. This proves that even a common date can become extremely valuable when preserved in top brilliant red condition, with no spots, no marks, and perfect visual appeal. High-grade early wartime wheat pennies continue to rise in demand as collectors chase the finest examples for their registry sets. Based on market strength, specialists believe that a newly discovered example with even stronger red brilliance and flawless surfaces could realistically reach an estimated extreme high value of $7,000 if offered at a major United States auction today. That number becomes possible when collectors compete for the absolute highest graded coins from this early wartime period. Error collectors also enjoy this year, because dramatic off-center strikes or major clipped planchets can reach estimated values up to $3,000 depending on grade and severity. These errors are rare and visually impressive, which makes them exciting finds for collectors checking their old wheat pennies carefully. If you own a 1941D wheat penny, take a moment to examine it under bright light. Look for sharp details, glowing red luster, clean fields, and any signs of unusual minting errors. Many valuable coins from this year have been discovered in old jars, inherited coin rolls, and forgotten collections, which means a treasure could still be hiding right in your home without anyone realizing it. Comment the year and mint mark of your wheat penny so I can help you identify your rarest and most valuable coins. Number 7. The 1953 wheat penny with no mint mark may look like an ordinary mid-century coin, but the truth behind this little copper piece is far more interesting than most collectors expect. At first glance, it appears to be the same brown penny that millions of Americans carried in their pockets during the 1950s, yet a very small number of perfectly preserved examples have shocked collectors with their unexpected beauty and powerful value. Stay with me for the next 20 seconds, because the story of the 1953 wheat penny is filled with hidden rarity, surprising history, and some of the finest copper toning of the entire wheat penny series. To understand why this year stands out, we must look back to the early 1950s when the United States was growing rapidly after the Korean War and the demand for coins was extremely high. The Philadelphia Mint struck more than 250 million pennies in 1953, and almost every one of them went directly into circulation, passing through grocery stores, gas pumps, movie theaters, and diners across the nation. This heavy circulation caused nearly every penny from this year to become scratched, dull, or fully brown within only a few years. The design by Victor David Brenner remained unchanged, but the copper used during this decade aged unpredictably. Many coins darkened quickly, some picked up spots, and others lost their luster due to heavy use, humidity, and storage conditions. That is why collectors get excited when they find a 1953 wheat penny that still shines with its original red brilliance, because coins from this era almost never survive in perfect red condition. These bright red survivors with full mint luster are the ones that collectors chase the most. A truly elite 1953 wheat penny has glowing red surfaces, clean fields, and razor-sharp details on Lincoln's hair, beard, and coat. These coins are extremely rare because maintaining flawless copper surfaces for more than 70 years is almost impossible. Only a tiny number survived with the kind of beauty required to reach the top grading levels, and it is these coins that continue to impress collectors at major auction houses. Era collectors also search this year very closely, because 1953 produced several dramatic mistakes such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and even die cracks that stretch across the design. When these errors appear on bright red mint state coins, their value increases dramatically, turning ordinary pennies into exciting discoveries for collectors who search carefully through old rolls and inherited jars. Now let us reveal the real numbers that make this coin so exciting for viewers. The highest verified auction price ever recorded for a regular copper 1953 wheat penny with no mint mark reached an impressive $9,900 at heritage auctions, a number that surprised many collectors because most people assumed this date was common. This strong record reinforces one of the most important truths in coin collecting, which is the power of condition rarity and eye appeal. Based on current market trends and rising interest in perfect mid-century wheat pennies, experts believe that an even more flawless example with deeper red brilliance and stronger strike quality could reach an estimated extreme high value of $12,000 if it appeared in a major United States auction today. High-grade red wheat pennies from the 1950s continue to attract fierce bidding from registry collectors who want the best of the best. Era values also add excitement to this year. A dramatic off-center strike, a large clipped planchet, or a bold die break on a 1953 penny can reach estimated values up to $4,000, depending on grade and eye appeal. These errors are scarce, and when combined with strong mint color, they create valuable additions to any collection. If you have a 1953 wheat penny with no mint mark, take a moment to study it under bright light. Look for glowing red color, clean surfaces, sharp details, and any signs of unusual minting errors. Many of the valuable examples have been discovered in forgotten coin rolls, old jars, or inherited collections, which means your own penny could still be hiding more value than you ever expected. Comment the year and mint mark of your wheat penny so I can help you identify your rarest and most valuable coins.